is up, YouTube? This is your boy JL with another video. Today I'm going to be looking at the FiiO E09K. So now out of the package I get 2 boxes. We're going to check that out. So I really like this setup, and I'll tell you why in a second. As you guys know from my first video, we took a look at this little fella right here, the FiiO E17. And this thing has been doing very well for me with a portable setup, and I've even been able to use it with my laptop and my desktop. But in the last month or two, I've been sort of slowly evolving my setup, and I started with some earbuds, the Shure SC315s. But I also, you can see in the background, got myself a pair of Sennheiser 650s, and although you could get away with using this with that headphones, because they're 300 ohms, I decided to take the plunge and go for the E09K, because they both work together to give you a really cool setup. So I'm gonna take a look at that. Let me just open these boxes. So taking it out of the packaging, we get the actual equipment, obviously. USB cable, which is similar to the one you use for a printer, and quite a power brick right over here. So that is pretty much your setup. This thing is actually pretty nice. It has that same metallic finish. It's nice and cold to the hand. It just feels great. And you can see the back here. These are the inputs, outputs, all that jazz. So you can see that for yourself. It's got little rubber feet, and it comes with extra rubber feet in case you need them. And so the goal, this is the idea here. This is a standalone. It is a amplifier, and it amplifies headphones, speakers, whatever you pretty much hook up to it. Again, like I said earlier, these are the Sennheiser 650s, which are amazeballs. And again, I was able to get away with using just the portable E17, but I noticed I had to crank it up pretty high, so I'd rather have a less gain but a better performing setup. And the beauty about this, it's you can start with this and then work your way to here, or vice versa. I thought this was a good starting point for me, just to get into this whole audio thing, because this is your DAC and amplifier. This is just an amplifier. So you pretty much dock this right here. I just don't want to make sure I'm doing this right. Oh shit. Okay, so that is how it works. It was actually kind of scary. I wasn't sure if I was, forcing it in. I didn't want to ruin the pins there, but that is the final end product. So you got the analog volume control, which is pretty nice, and I can't wait to start using this. In total, you're gonna spend around $150 for the E17. This one I got around $100. So yeah, it's a pretty steep setup, but you get the best of both worlds, and you get your money's worth. I honestly think you do get your money's worth for this setup. So I'm gonna start playing some tunes and see it for myself, see if it actually is worth investing in. Alright, so this is the setup now that it's all hooked up and stuff. I do want to give out a disclosure. It took me a second to figure this setup out. Now, on the back of this, there is a USB port If you connect it directly to your computer, it's not going to be detected. It will only be detected if you have the E17 docked into it, because this one is a DAC, and that is just an amplifier. So just throwing that out there, the USB does nothing unless you have the E17. Another thing you need to learn with the E17 before you dock it is you need to put, so this little switch here, I don't know if my camera can capture it. Oh, it's upside down. So it says low bypass, and when you get this out of the box, most likely that switch is on. So you need to disable the low bypass or enable it. I don't know, either or, whatever. Make the switch go the other way, and that way when you dock this in here, which I'm still kind of scared to do every time I do it, I swear. That way the only volume control is the analog and not the digital. I was actually really upset when I first docked it because I had to control the volume through the little E17, which kind of defeat the purpose of an analog switch. So I had to disable that, or yeah, disable the low bypass, and now I can control the sound using the analog, which by the way, I never get it anywhere near halfway. This thing is loud. So I actually have been using this for quite some time now. I've probably had a month of use, and it is great. I actually think it's worth the money. Just knowing that if you're gonna get this, you might as well get the E17, or else you're not gonna get the full effect here. I use my Sennheisers through the headphone jack, and as you can see, I have an optical cable. This is coming from my PS Quattro, and this goes up top here. So when I'm gaming, I can actually use this as well. So you can go from USB, which is the computer, coax, which I don't have, and this is optical. So optical, and this goes from my PS4 to my headphones, or I have speakers too. I can do either or. But what this is going to provide for you is power. You know, enough power so you don't have to crank up your FiiO all the way up to 60 without having to do a. Let me check my settings. I don't think there's any gain on. Oh, there's a gain. It's 12. So my gain is still at 12. But I would say this is where I'm pretty much comfortable at. This is probably as loud as I want to get. And overall, I've been really happy with this purchase. So if you have any questions, let me know.